Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into a little mystery that starts with a single, pretty common English word. It's a word you've probably used a million times and never thought twice about. But turns out, there's a secret hidden inside its definition, a secret that kind of flips how we think about language on its head. Okay, so take a look at this. This sentence is from a dictionary. And at first, it seems a little dry, maybe even boring. But zoom in on that last part, the basic English 850 list. What in the world is that? And why is this particular word on it? That right there is the puzzle we're going to solve together today. So before we can really crack this code, we have to get to know our main piece of evidence. Let's start with the basics and just take a look at the word itself, representative. Now, as a noun, it's super straightforward. A representative is just someone who speaks or acts for a bigger group. Like a member of Congress is a representative, or a customer service agent is a representative for their company. Easy enough, right? But it's also an adjective, which means it describes something as being typical of its group. You might hear about a survey that uses a representative sample of people. So yeah, it's a flexible word. It can be a person or it can be a quality. All right, so we get the definitions. They're clear. But this is where things get interesting. Because if you look really closely at the dictionary page, there's this tiny little detail hidden in plain sight that just unlocks this whole story. If you were to scroll all the way down that dictionary page, past all the usual stuff, you'd find a section for categories. It's the kind of thing most of us just skip right over. But sitting there is this one little label that, well, it doesn't quite seem to belong. And there it is. B850. Just this weird little code sitting right there next to normal tags like nouns and adjectives. But here's the thing. This isn't just another category. It's more like a membership card, a ticket to a very exclusive club. Which, obviously, leads us to the big burning question that's going to drive this whole explainer. What exactly is the Basic English 850 list? So here's the deal. B850 stands for Basic English, and that number 850, that's the total number of words in it. It was this huge, ambitious project to create a super simplified version of English that anyone could learn fast, to be used for things like business, science, a global language, basically. I mean, just think about that number for a second. 850. Most of us know tens of thousands of words. The idea of building an entire language that can actually function on just 850 words? Wow, that is a serious, serious limitation to work with. And that brings us right back to our original mystery. Why in the world would a long, kind of complicated 5-syllable word like representative make the cut for such a tiny, simple list? It just feels like it breaks all the rules. Well, here's the crucial thing to understand. The people who created Basic English weren't just looking for short, easy words. No, they were looking for the most powerful words. Representative might be long, but it's like a Swiss Army knife. It packs so much meaning. Delegation, agency, being typical, all into one single word. And check this out. This shows you exactly how valuable it is. By picking just the one word representative, the Basic English system gets to throw out all of these other words. Envoy, delegate, diplomat, ambassador, gone. One word does the job of 6 or more. It's a masterclass in being efficient with language. So what does this one word's little journey into this exclusive 850-word club really tell us? Well, it pretty much reveals the entire philosophy behind this whole fascinating idea. And here's the beautiful, full circle moment. The goal wasn't just to make English simple. It was to find the most representative words. Words that could stand in for huge, complex ideas. The word itself is the perfect example of the very reason it was chosen. And honestly, that's the biggest takeaway from all of this. A small vocabulary doesn't mean you're stuck with small ideas. If you have the right set of powerful, hardworking words, you can still say almost anything. It's all about choosing your tools wisely. So that leaves us with one final thought, something for you to chew on. Think about your biggest, most important idea, something you're passionate about. Do you think you could explain it, really explain it, using only those 850 core words? What this whole detective story shows us is that sometimes the biggest ideas can be found in the smallest spaces.